Back to another Fox News alert happening overnight. American Keith Siegel freed from Gaza along with 2 other hostages as part of Israel and Hamas ceasefire deal. Now the release comes as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is set to be the first foreign leader to meet with President Trump. At the White House next week, Eli Kohanim is served as Trump's deputy envoy to combat anti-Semitism, and she joins us now. I hope I did not overly butcher your name. No, you got that right. So when you're looking at these, obviously we're all delighted and happy to see anyone reunited. But when you're looking at these pictures, what do you think, Charlie? You know what we have here is a 3-phase hostage deal. And today we're seeing the 17th hostage released so far. This is great news. And for the region, what this means is that President Trump has come in, and within 12 days of coming into office, he's managed to stabilize an escalating situation, right? We've got a ceasefire now in Gaza. You've got a ceasefire in Lebanon. You've got hostages getting released. And yesterday, this is very little reported, but the Philadelphia corridor was opened up, and you've got EU forces there watching over monitoring as wounded Hamas and wounded Gaza civilians are leaving to Egypt for medical care. So all of this is good progress in a very difficult, delicate situation. And very much because of President Trump's hands-on leadership, his presidential envoy, Steve Witkoff, is conducting shuttle diplomacy. He's gone to Gaza. He's the first American official in Gaza in 15 years. He's met with the Palestinian Authority's number 2 guy when he was in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He met with the Israeli hostage families and gave them a lot of hope and encouragement. And so all of these are very important steps in, again, stabilizing a region that was on fire just a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with your assessment. I think it's perfect. I think Witkoff has been doing an amazing job, doing exactly what the president wanted him to do, which was, as you said, to stabilize and hopefully bring peace to the region. So what do you think are the long-term implications for what people are seeing? They're obviously in the region. Both sides are seeing strength from Donald Trump. What does that mean for the prospect of peace, which we all want in the region and which America wants, so they can also focus more on their domestic issues? Absolutely, Rachel. And so look, what we know from the first Trump administration is that President Trump and his team are out-of-the-box thinkers. And so to that point, we've seen President Trump say this week that he'd like Israel's Arab neighbors, Egypt and Jordan in particular, to take Gaza refugees. And so this is something that he has said over and again, and I believe that it's something that the administration will likely work on it. And look, this is the only population in the world where there's a war situation, and people are kind of having a hard time with the idea of refugees. So I think this is something that we're going to see that's out of the box, but could really help lead to peace in the region where you diffuse the situation, you take people out of a very crisis situation. We heard Steve Witkoff say it's going to take 15 years to rebuild Gaza. So that's one piece of this. The other piece is Netanyahu coming to the United States this week. I know that he'll certainly want to talk with President Trump about what's happening in Gaza, Lebanon, but also Iran. And that's also a very important piece of the regional picture. And I'm sure that the Iranians know their experience with President Trump, and we saw him again show peace through strength in his first administration. And without a doubt, we're going to see more peace through strength in this administration. Final note, and I don't know if, Joe, if you had a question for me. Final note, the thinking out of the box is what we saw with the Abraham Accords with President Trump, which was the ability to help bring peace to the region without allowing the Palestinian Asueto fester. And so this is, again, what we're seeing right now is that the president is thinking out of the box and coming up with suggestions that will actually lead to peace in the region and not get stuck on avenues that did not work in the past. Real quick, kind of a yes or no, short on time. Is there a world where the Middle East, especially with the U.S. and Israel, come out stronger on the other side of this? Oh, absolutely, Joey. Look, the Israelis have done an incredible job of prosecuting this war, even with the Biden administration tying their hands behind their back. And so now that you've got the Trump, the Trump administration in office, Pete Hegseth as our defense secretary. Senator Rubio is our sec state. I think this incredible team of people who understand the region and speak the language of the region, they will definitely support Israel. And without a doubt, the United States and Israel are going to come out stronger. And I think all of our allies in the region are going to come out stronger for this. Do you see a two-state solution? Two-state solution. President Trump said on the campaign trail that he thinks after October 7th, that's become harder to see through. Eli Kohanim, thank you so much for joining. Thank you.